Hello guys, welcome back. So here, hope having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be reacting to Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 7. This episode is called A Man Without Honor. So without further ado, let's dive into this reaction.
Oh, well, that's all right then. You let a half-wit escape with a cripple. And Rickon too, the little one.
Gone, along with a wildling woman.
They skipped
one you
because of
were
him.
fucking.
Exactly. It took him 4 hints to behead someone and now almost wrecks his wrist punching another. I mean, Theon, buddy, you need to reconsider your priorities, like seriously.
We've been walking since before sunrise. Even Hodor will tire.
Hold on.
Really sweet giant.
Cute. Sweet giant, yeah. I love that Asha cares about them now.
They'll give us some food. We can't risk it. If Theon tracks us here, he'll torture them until he finds out where we are.
Aww. Bran is smart and also compassionate.
Did you pull a knife on me in the night?
A knife?
Why, it is the first time. How old are you, boy?
She's torturing him at this point.
Night's watch.
You're a boy who's never been with a girl.
What a weird conversation, man.
No wonder you're all so miserable.
She's right, though.
They're not your lands. We've been here the whole time. You lot came along and just put up a big wall and said it was yours.
My father was Ned Stark. I have the blood of the first men. My ancestors lived here, same as yours.
So why are you fighting us?
So, wildlings are from the same blood as the Starks? Interesting.
We look like fools and they look like heroes. That's how kings fall. I want them dead.
Tywin.
Every one.
Every time he speaks, I'm mesmerized, like seriously.
You hungry?
No?
Of course you are. Eat.
I'll eat in the kitchen later.
It's bad manners to refuse a lord's offer.
Is he Loki trying to see if the food is poisoned?
Harren and all his sons roasted alive within these walls. Aegon Targaryen changed the rules. That's why every child alive still knows his name, 300 years after his death.
Aegon
Wow.
and his sisters. It wasn't just Aegon riding his dragon.
There were 2 other sisters.
I'm sure I knew that when I was a boy.
Visenya Targaryen was a great warrior. She had a Valyrian steel sword she called Dark Sister.
She gives credits to the women.
Are most girls more interested in the pretty maidens from the songs? John Keel, flowers in her hair.
Most girls are idiots.
He
You
laughed.
remind me of my daughter.
Cersei, knowing how.
My lord. Low-born girls say my lord, not my lord. If you're going to pose as a commoner, you should do it properly.
Tywin.
My mother served Lady Dustin for many years, my lord. She taught me how to speak properly.
You're too smart for your own good. Has anyone told you that?
Yes.
He knows she's lying, but he respects the fact that she was able to improvise and keep a believable front. He knows that she's lying.
Killing's the sweetest thing there is.
No way in
Why
hell.
are you always so hateful?
You'll be glad of the hateful things I do someday when you're queen. And I'm all that stands between you and your beloved king.
Did he Loki, offer to protect Sansa from Joffrey? This is what he meant by that?
Someone tried to tell us we couldn't lie down as man and woman. We'd shove a spear up his ass. We don't go serving some shit king who's only king.
She's really winning me over with her face, accent, and her speech about freedom.
You're a pretty lad. Girls would claw each other's eyes out to get naked with you.
Walk.
I could teach you how to do it.
I know how to do it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. So gross. I'm not sure. sure why I brought this up now.
Lord Karstark, see that Sir Alton's pen is clean.
The fact that
And give him a hot supper.
he treats Lannister messenger with more respect and honor than his own family.
We circled his farmhouse twice. There's no sign of them.
We could start the search fresh in the morning, my lord.
I'm looking at spending the
Don't
rest of my
touch
life
him.
being treated like a fool and a eunuch by my own people. Ask yourself, is there anything I wouldn't do to stop that from happening? Better to be cruel than weak. Prince Theon!
I think I found what we're looking for.
Oh shit.
Now I can never marry a perfumed lord.
This
What
girl
will
is
Carl's
wild.
savage father say? Are you that afraid of it?
That's enough.
Well, it's nice.
Oh, it's nice. Stop torturing the guy, seriously.
God's your
Is she like distracting him? I knew it. Because it was too much for sex talk. When the she-wolf leads you straight back to her pack, you know nothing indeed, John.
No. Oh, no.
Oh my god. Now she can marry Joffrey.
Give me that. If the Queen sees, I can have Joffrey's children now.
Help me flip it over.
Can someone lock the... I was about to say, can someone lock the fucking doors?
You'll say nothing to anyone. Do you understand?
Oh, shit. Sansa grew on her. What the fuck was he doing here? You offered to protect her.
Prepared you. You flowered, my dear, no more. You're a woman now. Do you have any idea what that means?
Oh yeah, we
I'm
know.
fit to bear children for the king. Joffrey's always been difficult.
Difficult?
Even his birth, I labored
That's
a day and a half
an
to bring him into
understatement,
this
like
world.
seriously.
You cannot imagine the pain.
So it was always Low Monster from birth. Okay.
Whenever my time was near, my royal husband would flee to the trees with his huntsmen and his hounds. Not that I wanted him there, mind you. I had Grandmeister Pycelle, an army of midwives, and I had my brother. When they told Jaime he wasn't allowed in the birthing room, he smiled and asked which one of them proposed to keep him out. Joffrey will show you no such devotion.
Jaime was with her in every birth.
Permit me to share some womanly wisdom with you on this very special day. The more people you love, the weaker you are.
Even though she's most of the time cruel to Sansa, I feel like she sees herself in her and wants her to survive, like she has.
Love no one but your children. On that front, a mother has no choice.
Shouldn't I love Joffrey, Your Grace?
You can try.
I was about to say that, like, you can love him even if you try.
You'd never squired for anyone before.
That's right. I ran up and volunteered. You know, let me, my lord, let me. My father was furious. Afraid I'd embarrass our family in front of the family.
The fact that he's Lannister is just weird.
I also had to replace someone's squire on short notice.
Which night was it?
Barristan Selmy.
What was he like?
He was a painter. A painter who only used red. Leaving that battlefield was like being dragged off to prison.
Jaime's true knight.
No. Good prisoners.
Something is about to
Really good
happen.
jailers, apparently. Starks are very careful. There is a way, I think. It wasn't possible until now.
Here it comes.
What is it?
He's gonna kill him and try to make a distraction. They really had a great conversation until he always have a great conversation with someone before he kills them. Like seriously, Rob, he shouldn't put someone with Jaime in the same like cell. Like come on, he really shouldn't have done that. Oh my god.
I did not leave the comfort of my home to come to yours and be called a thief.
No one is calling you a thief.
Who is she to accuse us?
Please, they're my children. I'm begging you.
Without me, the dragons will die.
It will be for the best. Your dragons will bring the world nothing but death and misery, my dear. If I knew where they were, I would not tell you.
I will help you, Khaleesi.
How?
I will take you to the House of the Undying, where I have put them. When I learned you were coming to our city, I made an arrangement with the King of Qarth.
Why were they laughing?
There is no king of Qarth.
There is now. That was the other half of the arrangement.
What?
She will give them her love, and they will thrive by her side. Forever.
This went from political drama to horror real quick. What the hell? When Dothraki looks unnerved, you know you're creepy. Like, seriously.
What is it?
I caught Kingslayer.
They call him? That was fast.
Any man who stands between her father and his vengeance.
Oh, he killed his son.
Lord Karstark! This man is our prisoner.
This monster killed my son.
And crippled mine. He will answer for his crimes, I promise you, but not here.
When your son returns.
Man, Rob is not here. It's bad
Wise
timing.
men do not make demands of kings.
Fathers who love their sons do. I will have his head.
If we can't control him.
Do you think I haven't tried? He doesn't listen to me.
It's hard to put a leash on a dog once you've put a crown on its head.
I always hoped he'd be like Jaime. He looks like him. In a certain light.
That was funny.
Sometimes I wonder
What?
if this is the price for what we've done, for our sins.
The Targaryens.
Wed brother and sister for hundreds of years, I know. It's what Jaime and I would say to each other in our moments of doubt. Half the Targaryens went mad, didn't they? What's the saying? Every time a Targaryen is born, the gods flip a coin.
Like Tyrion said once, the only redeeming quality about Cersei is her love for her children. Even Tyrion deep down cares about Cersei. She's his sister after all.
The more they drink, the angrier they'll get. And when the Karstarks draw their swords, who wants to die defending a Lannister?
I think now she would consider releasing him, I think, because, you know, if she doesn't, he's gonna die. And if he dies...
Come to say goodbye, Lady Stark. I believe it's my last night in this world. Is that a woman?
Is that a woman?
He was in my way.
You are a man without honor.
Do you know, I've never been with any woman but Cersei. So in my own way, I have more honor than poor old dead Ned.
Ouch.
When good old Ned came home with some horse baby, did you pretend to love it? No. You're not very good at pretending. You're an honest woman. You hated that boy, didn't you?
He tapped her soul. Damn. I hate to say it, but he owned her in the scene. What? 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 Are those supposed to be Bran and Rickon? No way in hell. I don't know. I refuse to believe that this is the case. No. No way. No way. No way. They didn't just kill them and burn them off screen. No way. This is too much, even for Game of Thrones. Like, seriously. No, they didn't do this. They didn't do this. Nope. Nope. But man, what a great episode though. It's getting better and better. Like seriously. One thing I noticed about the Starks and how they treat people, they've been brought up to be humble and polite, though they are lords. The other houses would not even mix with lowborn, not alone befriend them. So I really love that about them. This episode, Bran was, you know, even though he's really in a difficult situation, his soul was being a lord, looking after his own people and trying not to get them caught up with him and Theon, you know? Speaking of Theon, man, like Theon is just sinking at this point, I feel like. He's just sinking. One thing I didn't cut at the start, someone pointed out to me on Patreon. Yes, the Greyjoys were trying to take the north, but Theon wasn't supposed to go to Winterfell. He was supposed to raid the coast. This is something I totally missed out on. He told him that his father told him that he was supposed to raid the coast and attack some fishermen, but he went to Winterfell. I mean, why did he do that? Like, he even said that it's not possible to hold Winterfell for long. And Robb, sooner or later, he would send his men to get it back. So what's all that about? And here, we're supposed to think that he killed and burned Theon of Rickon? I mean, did he really do it? I swear to God, if Bran is dead, I don't care that much about Rickon, but Bran... We didn't even get to know his thing with the three-eyed raven and his dreams and stuff, like his visions. So I don't think he's dead. It can be. His storyline is not complete, it seems so. So up to this moment, we were led to believe that wildlings were those mysterious and primitive and dangerous barbarians. But in this episode, they made it clear that wildlings are only different from the Northmen in culture. One lives in the wild and the other lives in castle. Wildlings are basically of the same blood as the Starks, so interesting. It just happened that they were on the other side of the wall when the wall, you know, was built. Great. So, yeah, about that. And also, we had a great, really great scene between Tywin and Arya. Oh my God, I love their scenes together. I don't want Arya to leave that place and to leave Tywin's side. Like, seriously. I don't want this storyline to end. Nope. My guess is Tywin knows that something is up with Arya. He even wanted to test if she didn't poison the food. And he made her eat the food. Well, I guess since he thinks that someone tried to kill him, he had to test her, but since he got the vibe later that she wasn't a threat to him necessarily, he let it go, even though he knows that she's hiding something. He knows that she's lying about being a commoner and that she's she's highborn. But does he know how high up? I mean, he knew Ned, right? He knows that he would have given both his daughters a higher education. He knows that one of Ned's daughters is missing. So, an intelligent highborn from the north pretending that she's a commoner. So, I mean, it's not difficult to make an accurate guess. So, it surprised me how he didn't put the two and two together. And I don't think he deep down knows, and because if he knows, they would have had a different conversation. The scene between Sansa and Cersei, as I said before, even though she's most of the time cruel to Sansa, she sees herself in her. And she wants her to survive the way she has as a queen. Somehow she wants to help her to learn how to survive and like prepare her to endure whatever she endured from Robert Baratheon. Except here, Joffrey is 1,000 times worse than Robert. You can't endure Joffrey, like you can't. When Sansa asked Cersei if she doesn't have to love Joffrey, I was like, you can't ever love this guy even if you try. And Cersei was like, you can try. Like, even Cersei knows that her son is a monster. She told Tyrion that she thinks that the gods are punishing her for her sins with Joffrey. She knows that because of her incestuous offspring with Jaime, she gave birth to a mad monster. So the fact that she asked Sansa to endure it, what the hell? Man. Besides, like she said, Cersei had Jaime, and Jaime told Caitlyn that the only woman that he ever been with is Cersei. Crazy, man. Okay, not romantic at all. I know that it's not romantic. There's nothing romantic about incest, but no buts, but no buts. Okay. I loved how Shay was protective over Sansa. I mean, at first she didn't like being a servant to Sansa. And she's only serving Sansa to, disguise herself. But here she was willing to kill someone to protect her secrets. I just think that she spent enough time with Sansa. She knows that she's being treated so badly even though she's just a child, and that she feels compassion and empathy for her. But man, what the hell was the Hound doing in that moment in Sansa's room? Like, seriously. Having your first period is bad enough, but having the freaking Hound walk in is just like mortifying, like seriously. So, man, the thing with Daenerys, like, political drama turned to horror real quick. Like, seriously, it was real, like, nice turn of events at the end. It's not just the warlock, it's also the... So what I understood from that scene is that they actually want Daenerys to stay with her dragons, but they want Daenerys and the dragons to stay with them, like, as their prisoners, and take control over Daenerys and her dragons both. I knew there was something off with the warlock. In the very first scene when the 13 appeared, I had a feeling that that guy would be trouble. He was just too distinct and sinister to be just another background character, And also we have Jaime and Caitlyn. Scene was fantastic. I really hate to say it, but he owned her in the scene. Jaime's a piece of shit, but he was also right about basically everything he said to her. This show, man, you'd expect Caitlyn to own him in the scene, but then the one who's supposed to be the bad guy, the villain, he was entirely correct and honest about everything he said to her. While the hero, Caitlyn, is trying to protect the ideology of a corrupt, broken society. But I feel like even though Jaime humiliated her in the worst possible way, I feel like she will still release him. This is why she asked Brienne to give her a sword. Because she's that desperate to save her daughters. At first I thought if she listens to Middlefinger and really consider releasing Jaime, it would be the worst mistake possible. But in these circumstances, Jaime is not gonna live through the night. Even if Robb comes back, I don't think he's gonna spare him. His men won't let him. And even if he does spare him, I feel like his men, like, you know, we're gonna kill him anyway. And no matter what he is, his last resort for like getting at least Sansa back. So yeah, I think that Caitlyn would take it. Like any mother would do that, so I won't blame her if she does. But anyway, it was a great episode, guys. Thank you for watching. I have my reaction. See you in the next episode.